All right, you guys, Todd Falcone here. Appreciate you for coming out. And I'm on here today with a gentleman by the name of Chris Robinson. Somebody sent you to this video to take a look at a product that we're all talking about, which is called FFX. The reason I have Chris here is because, quite frankly, he's just incredibly knowledgeable and has had a lot of experience with this particular product. Quick little background on Chris. He's a rancher. He's an entrepreneur. He owns a construction and contracting business. He's been incredibly successful in his life. And, it's just the most knowledgeable guy that I've met when it comes to this particular product. And I'll just kind of preface real quick. I mean, we're about to share some details with you on a product called FFX, Fuel Factor X, which is designed to do a number of things, including, better fuel economy, lower emissions, make your rigs run better, whatever you're driving. And given the timing right now with gas prices at literal all-time highs all around the world, there is no better timing for this product to be in the marketplace. But I know you guys want to know, what is this stuff? Does it work? What's the deal behind it? And Chris, I'm going to pass it over to you and just kind of have you kind of share your experience with it and what this stuff is.
Yeah, Todd, thanks for having me on today, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for all you do. But yeah, so as Todd said, my name's Chris Robinson. I live in Idaho. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. Been in the construction industry for 20 years, in the ranching and farming industry most of my life, as well as in the transportation industry. And that's what brought me to Fuel Factor X. Was if you go back, 12 to 14 years ago, it's real similar to what's going on right now. In 2008, between my construction business and my agricultural stuff, as well as I had 15 or 16 over-the-road semis transporting goods in the lower 48 states, my fuel bill was pushing $100,000 a month. And then the same thing happened that just happened, and fuel prices went way up. They spiked, they doubled, even got higher. So, when you have a issue like that going from $100,000 a month to $200,000 a month in 1 quarter of business, you have to go find a solution, or you have to do something, or you just go completely out of business. So I went on the hunt, and I went looking for anything from aftermarket parts to products to fuel treatments to biodiesels. I mean, you name it, I was looking for it. And that's when I ran into Fuel Factor X, was clear back 14 years ago. And, I started running it in my heavy equipment in my construction company, as well as my over-the-road trucks. And what I noticed, and I was as skeptical as you could be, as you could imagine, with millions and millions of dollars worth of equipment that I was getting ready to put this fuel product into. So I started slow. I put it in my personal vehicle, seeing results. But at the end of the day, across my whole fleet of everything, I noticed about a 13.4% improvement in my fuel economy. And one thing I want to note is this works in diesel and gas, any combustible fuel. So even my wife's car, right, I was able to save money in fuel on, as well as my gas pickup trucks, all the way up to my heavy equipment and machinery and my diesel. And and I get asked, probably the question I get asked the most, Todd, is how does it work? Why is it different than all the other additives on the market? Why is it better than the big names? And quite frankly, the reason we're different and the reason it's better is we're not an additive at all. We're actually a fuel treatment. It's an all-in-one comprehensive fuel treatment that does the benefits that you talked about just a little bit ago, from reducing your emissions to improving your performance, as well as fuel economy improvement. And you can actually also improve and elongate how long your engine runs for. So it will make your engine last and run longer. You can extend out your service intervals, which I noticed was a big deal for me, being able to change my oil a little less and keeping my oil cleaner. And I did all the oil sample tests. I run it through the ringer for years. And the way that it works and what makes this so much different is we actually utilize Nobel Prize winning chemistry that dates clear back to the 70s. And the gentleman that the scientist and chemist that created the organometallic won the Nobel Prize for doing so in 1973. And still to this day, so many decades later, that's still the catalyst that we use in FFX. And quite simply, to keep it real simple and brief, how it works is it atomizes a fuel cell, which means it makes the fuel cell smaller when it hits the combustion process in your engine. And so if you think about it, you know, if you go camping or whatever, you light a fire, you don't go find the biggest log or the biggest tree you can find. You find a smaller twig or kindling or something like that, because the smaller an object is, the easier it is to ignite. And so by using this organometallic and atomizing your fuel cells, you're actually igniting sooner, it's burning longer, and matter can't be created nor destroyed. So by improving your fuel economy, you're actually reducing your emissions. And look, we all know, you know, that we should be doing as much as we can to reduce our carbon footprint, and people are aware of this, and it's getting bigger all the time. Just not many people are willing to spend money to fix the problem. And that's what I like about this product too, is I can actually do my part to go green without spending money, actually save money to do it. And it's just, I've used it, like I said, since 2008, going on 14 years now. I've treated millions of gallons of fuel, saved hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I've seen it, not just me, but I've seen it work for so many other people, whether it's a mom running the kids around to soccer games and different things, saving $50, $60, $70 a month, all the way up to massive corporations, saving six figures, even seven figures on their fuel bills. So, you know, the science is there. It's been proven and tried. We have so much documentation on this product from over the years. And I would also, I want to kind of dive into this a little bit too. A lot of people are asking, why haven't I heard of it before? Why is this so great and I don't know about it? Well, the fact of the matter is from the late 70s up until 2008, it was only sold by the drum. And our product is so concentrated. I mean, if you look at this bottle right here, this is a 4-ounce bottle. This little bulb right here at the top, you see this amount of product, that actually treats 40 gallons worth of fuel. So, and prior to 2008, it was only sold in a 55-gallon drum. And just to do all the quick math, that treats 550,000 gallons worth of fuel. So unless you were burning tens of millions of gallons of fuel a year, you weren't ever marketed this product. And in 2008, we actually brought it to the general public, repackaged it into these bottles, as well as easy to use single dose foil packs. This little foil pack actually treats 20 gallons of fuel. So you just rip the top off here, squirt it in your tank, fill up, save money. And now, if you go back to what's just happened recently, Josh Wagle, the CEO and founder of My Daily Choice, was actually involved with me way back when with this product. And when all the prices started spiking and the wars broke out and pipelines were being shut down, we knew it was time, because we knew fuel prices were just going to go crazy. And I didn't expect them to get as high as they are, honestly, and they just, there's no end in sight. So it's kind of it's not even kind of, it really is a perfect storm right now for this product. And everybody burns fuel of some sort. Everybody's complaining about the prices, and rightfully so. And we now have a solution to help save, 10 to 15, even higher % on your fuel bill. So for me, and it's really easy for me to say, because I have so much experience with it and I've seen it do so many incredible things. It really is a no-brainer, because I mean, look, if you're going to put $4 or $5 in and get $15 or $20 back, I mean, that's better than the stock market, especially today. So it's an incredible product. I've hung my hat on it for years. I run it in my anything from my swathers to my tractors to my construction equipment. Like I said, my wife's car, the family car, the sports car, whatever. And another cool thing about it that really saves a ton of money is by addressing that issue of the way the fuel burns. You no longer need to have high octane fuel, that higher grade fuel, which costs 50 cents more a gallon. You can drop down to regular fuel using this product, even if your car manufacturer recommends, and you're not going to get that pre-detonation or pre-spark or spark knock, because this product is addressing that and making the fuel ignite sooner so that you don't have those issues anymore. So that's kind of a quick rundown, Todd, of the product and my history with it. And keep in mind, I mean, the product is not new. It's just new back to the marketplace because Josh is smart enough to bring it back and get it out to the masses using the My Daily Choice platform.
Yeah, a couple of things, or a couple of questions or comments. I know that in a previous conversation you and I had, obviously, like right now, fuel economy is critically important. Like, we're at the highest gas prices we've ever seen. Everybody's talking about it, whether you make a bunch of money or not. You're looking at how much it costs to fill your tank, and you're like, that's insane. And a lot of people are being financially hurt because it's so expensive. I mean, it's one thing if you make a bunch of money, but if you're not, if you're an average earner or something, that hurts. And it's like, oh my gosh, do I fill up my tank, or do I feed my kids? How do I get to and from work? So obviously the timeliness of this product being back in the market is important. And I think a thing that people, want to know is, does it work? And you've addressed that, does it work or does it not work? Is this brand new on the marketplace? Why haven't I heard about it? I mean, it's been used in the mining industry for over 30 years, and it was only used in big applications. So, if you're wondering, like, why haven't I heard about it? Why is this not on the stores? By the way, you can only get it through independent affiliates of My Daily Choice. You can't get it in the store. So the person who sent you this video can, if you're curious about trying the product in your own rigs, they can help you do that. I use it in all of my vehicles, my boat. I use it in everything. I think a question that comes up is, like, if I put something, into it, is this going to damage my vehicle? Like, that's like the number one concern that I had, like, first hearing about this product. Is this going to, mess up my engine? And because you have so much experience with it, what are some of your comments on that particular issue?
So the biggest thing about what this product does is it actually doesn't even change fuel specifications. Again, it's not an additive, it's a treatment. And there is a chemical reaction that takes place at the molecular level when you introduce this to fuel. And that's why it works in gas or diesel, right? Because, gas runs octane, diesel runs cetane. So many other fuel additives, they have to have a diesel product and a gas product. But because we don't change any fuel specifications, there really is no way we can damage anything. And another point I want to make on that is, you can't legally, there can't be any problems by using aftermarket parts or products, because there's actually an act of Congress that passed and that says that exact thing. It's called the Magnuson-Moss Act, if you want to look it up. And the other thing I want to point out is, just for people, because we understand this, it was a problem for me too. Everybody understands this. We actually carry a general liability policy, a multi-million-dollar one, that if there's any problems, we will address the issue and help take care of it. And I will say that's been around for ever since I've been involved, and there's never been a negative claim or side effect to this product. So it's a valid concern, but at the end of the day, where we're not messing with octane or cetane or anything like that, there really is no way for this to cause a negative issue in your engine.
So better fuel economy, your engine runs cleaner. That means it's pumping less, because it's helping your engine run better. It's pumping less out into the environment. So you're doing something good for the environment. You're saving money on gas. You can actually use a lower octane fuel, which I went from 91 to 87 in my rigs, which I don't know, I'm saving 20, 30, 40, 50 cents a gallon just by that, and getting increased gas mileage. Those are all great things. And obviously whoever's here is like, okay, I want to, this sounds interesting to me. You're going to want to get back to the person that invited you here. There's, by the way, on their website, there's details, and you want to talk about some of the tests and the stuff that backs up this product that's available, in terms of the individual that really, I want to see all the details.
Sure. Yeah. So actually on the website, and the person that shared this information, we can point you towards it. We've done years and years of scientific third-party testing where we actually hired combustion engineers. They come out and they actually do what's called a carbon mass balance test, and it's a static test. So the vehicle's actually not even moving, but they're testing everything out the exhaust through the carbon mass balance procedure, checking NOx, CO2, etc. And we have a ton of those available on all sorts of different cars, buses, trucks, construction equipment, you name it, we've done it. And what I really like about those tests is when they do them, they only report the very worst case scenario that they've seen throughout the entire testing procedure. And these tests, by the way, take months. So what happens is they test pre-treatment and they check for all the carbons coming out of the exhaust. You treat some bulk tanks or you treat the engine for several thousand miles, and you come back and recreate the exact same test. And these tests are so scientific. They test and make sure that the engine temperature is the same, the oil temperature is the same, barometric pressures, temperature outside, and they have their massive formulation of equations that go into the math to make this come up with the results that the product gets. And one thing I will say is carbon mass balance testing is recognized by the EPA. It's recognized Australian standards, et cetera, as the most effective way to test fuel economy because the human variable is removed. It's all scientific testing and it's done at a static load. And I will also mention this, that when something is at static testing and you put it under load, you'll actually see way more benefit because the engine's working. So if you're looking at some of these tests and stuff, just know you're going to see a better result than what you actually see there because of those facts. So, I mean, and like I said, there's been millions of dollars spent testing this product over the years. And we have the documentation results to prove it. We have an ASTM D975 that'll actually tell you we don't change the fuel specifications, which is another government associated test process that the product went through decades ago. And yeah, so it's just an enormous track record, enormous testing behind it. And I hope that there's enough data for everybody out there. Dig in as deep as you want to realize it is effective. It's not going to hurt what you put it in. And, you know, the best thing about it, Todd, in my opinion, is, you know, we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. So, I mean, it really it's a no-brainer for me. You put it in your car. If you spend $50 on product, for example, you run 10 or 12 tanks and you don't save $130 to $150, you get your money back. I mean, just incredible. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, you know, it's funny you're talking about all these tests, ASD, like probably don't even know all the letters or whatever, but like I'm so not a science guy. And I know the reason I want to bring you on here is because you have so much background, so many years of experience in using this product. You have the knowledge behind it. I'm pretty simple when it comes to it. It's like, I want to put it into my rig, save money, have my cars run better. And given the price of gas, like all those things, make my vehicle last longer, go longer between oil changes, have it run more efficiently, so I'm spending less at the pump, using lower octane. I think that's what pretty much everyone wants. But for the detailed person, the person that wants all the studies, all the research, you can go back to the person that invited you here, go to their site, you'll see all that stuff. We've got the money back guarantee. And, you know, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You put it in your rigs, run a test. Here's my suggestion when you do that. A couple things. One is, every vehicle's computer system is different. Like my wife's car versus my car. So you have your average miles per gallon in your vehicle. I would say run a tank of gas without it and actually figure out, well, what was my average MPG? Number two, I would fill up your tank to full, run it down to right when the lights go on, and go, okay, well, how many miles did I get? So that's your base marker. And then start running, do what we call like the 7-tank challenge, and start running this through there. Reset your miles per gallon on your car. You can probably Google that and figure out how to do it. I mean, it's not hard. And then, so check your miles per gallon, as well as, well, how many miles now did I go on this tank number one using FFX? Well, I went 57 more miles. Great. And you go to the next tank. Oh, I went over 100 more miles. I've heard stories of people going, like, seeing their mile, their it says miles to empty or whatever. At first it was like 447. And then I saw an image somebody put up there, and there was like 600 plus miles to empty, which is like 200 more miles per tank. Every vehicle is going to be different. How you drive is different. But here's the facts. I mean, we're seeing gas prices at the highest in history. Every time I drive by my local gas station, it's up a few cents. And I don't know when it's going to stop, but there's got to be a solution, and FFX is absolutely a solution. And it's a solution in a few different areas. Number one, yeah, you can use this product, use it in your vehicles, use it in your rigs, use it in any combustible engine, gas or diesel. And that's going to help you save money just from the efficiency standpoint. Plus you're getting the longevity, and we love our customers. We've got tons and tons of very happy, satisfied customers. But the other part of it is behind a big problem when you have a solution like this. And it is a big problem. Like literally everybody's talking about the price of gasoline and the price of diesel. It's absolutely insane. And so it's a huge conversation. It's a huge problem when you have a product like this that can come in and be a great solution like this is proven many years, didn't start yesterday, 60-day money back guarantee. There's a huge business vehicle behind it. Both Chris and I are affiliates with this company, and we see the massive and timely opportunity, financial opportunity, because there's such a big opportunity in solving this, I would even call it a crisis, with massive gas prices. So, you don't have to be insanely smart in business to realize that timing is crucial. When there's a huge problem and there's something that's solving that problem and you can be involved in solving that problem, you can capitalize on a financial opportunity. So, and then the other thing is, and we haven't even talked about this, but look, gas prices are up, food prices are up, inflation is up, stocks are down. It's like there's a lot of things going on with our economy right now. And I think that because there's so much like that going on with the economy, that makes it an even bigger opportunity. How many people do you know that A, would love to save money on gas, have their vehicles run for longer periods of time on the tanks that they have, and B, want to put an extra 200, 300, 500, 1,000, a couple grand a month in their pocket by sharing this product with other people. So, and that's how this product has moved through, basically word of mouth advertising. Every time I'm at the pump, somebody's seeing with my bottle, they're like, hey, what is that stuff? I'm like, oh, this is magic for my tank. It gets me 10 to 20% better gas mileage. Where do I get it? Right here, brother. You can get it right here. So, A, amazing product, B, an incredible financial opportunity behind solving a big, big problem, which I would literally go as far as saying prices.
And I like how you brought the business side up, Todd, because like I said, in 2008, I was looking for a solution for my massive fuel bill. Well, I got involved. I referred some people to it, and I actually was able to earn enough income that in 2013, I sold all my trucks. So I didn't need the business anymore. So it's just an incredible tool. And it's not, it's one thing for the average family to save $50 or $100 a month on their fuel bill. That's awesome. But what if you could refer 10 or 20 people and make an extra $500 a month or even $1,000 a month? And I mean, and it's just limitless. You can earn as much or as least amount as you want. Just know that whatever financial goals you have, we can help you get there with the business side of the FuelFX product.
Absolutely. And Chris, I appreciate you. Thanks for taking time to share with whoever's watching. I appreciate whoever's watching for coming here and
me too.
Spending some time with us. And what you're going to want to do is just get back to whoever invited you here. They can direct you to their website. They can show you where to get the product, put it in your own rigs. And if you want to look at the business side of the equation as well, they can guide you to details on that. So either way, appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Chris, again, thanks for your time. And we'll see you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye.